And what about you? I'm sure we've all seen this before. The old compass on the relay ploy to test the magnetic field. So that compass that's an ordinary compass sitting on top of the ignition relay. So just turn the ignition on. And you've seen it going a wee bit mental there, so that tells us there's a magnetic field there. But what we can do is we can use other tools as well. This thing here is a magnetic field tester. So it's live on that side. I'll just get the compass out of the way. So it's energized there, nothing at the top. And there's a coil there as well. So that's the two contacts, the control side and the load side. That's picking up a magnetic field of the coil there. So I don't know where you've seen this before or not. This is not an ordinary volt stick that you see the Sparkies with. This is something else. So what's going on there? Well, it's just a magnetic field, isn't it? Created by the coil in the relay. So here is quite a strong magnet that I have. It's actually out of my heating system. So we can make that compass go mental there. So that is a very strong magnet indeed, and that's how a lot of magicians do stuff. And this thing I was showing you, so you have to have the button pressed and it lights up. If you don't have the button pressed, none happens. So that looks like an ordinary volt stick, doesn't it? But it's not a volt stick. It's anything but a volt stick. So these on the bench here, these are traditional style non-contact voltage testers, ones that you may see about. The Sparkies use this one. This one here is very popular, made by Fluke, who have a good reputation with meters and stuff. And that sees the live there and nothing in the neutral or the earth. So that's alive. That's plugged into 240 volts, and we'll just turn that off. So that is Cat 4 rated, 1000 volts, 200 to 1000 volts, AC. You may notice it says AC. So none of this stuff works in DC. Now you might wonder, okay, what's this got to do with cars? This is supposed to be a car channel, and he's showing us electricians' tools. This one here, we'll get to that in a minute. This one here is a Neo mains tester. This is donkey's years old, and you have to actually contact that. So we'll just do that, and it just about lights up. And if I take my finger off it, it still lights up. No, it doesn't. I was still touching the clip there. So there's we can see it lighting up. So I have to give it a path to earth through my body to make that light up. So this one here is, I think it's much the same, but this type of tester here, where you have to put your finger on the end of it to use the impedance in your body to make that light up, they're more or less banned now. You know, any decent industry has basically banned them, and the reason is if this is wet inside or it shorts, basically get a short circuit inside, then you're onto the live. So they are defunct. That's why that's old and battered looking. I had to pull that out of the bottom of my toolbox. Don't use them anymore. That one there, you might see about that. They're not industry standard. It's a bit of a home gamery job. and that is complete and utter desperate rubbish there from our friends in the Orient. But I wouldn't use that as direct contact at all. However, I do have this because I thought it might be interesting. It actually does go down to 12 volts, AC and DC. But of course, it doesn't work on DC, non-contact. Non-contact won't work on DC. So why is that? And why do we not have a non-contact 12 volt tester? Because that would be really dead handy. If you had an open in a wiring loom, and I'm sure we've all been in that situation. So you could go across the wiring loom and try and find your open. So we'll go across, find the open, there's it open, and nothing. So that would be dead good if for open circuits and wiring looms. So you've a headlight doesn't work, and the fuse is good, and the power is going down the loom, but doesn't get there. There must be an open somewhere. Why can't we just have something like this that goes down the loom? This in here is 12 volts, but it only works on AC. Non-contact only works in AC because you need to have a changing magnetic field for these things to work. So the magnetic field has to change. So the reason why this one's preferred is because you do not need to hold on to it at all. There's some people seem to think you need to still hold on to these here. You don't, and that's why they're Cat 4 rated. So you get that with your sine wave, and that's how transformers work, and that's how all your appliances work. So that's how power transformers work. So we have a couple of wee devices here. This is that magnetic field tester. It's not a non-contact, as I said, and there's a wee test device on the end of it. There's a magnet on the end. You put it off, and you put it on there, and that's to test the bulb and test the batteries. So that's all that does. There's a wee flashlight on it too, or torch we call it here. This thing here, now, this may be of interest to some people, and it may not be. This is 12 volts. This is not non-contact. You have to contact the power, DC power, 3 to 25 volts only. But there's a battery in this, so there's a wee LED and there's a wee buzzer on it, and but it's not non-contact. But the thing about this is this draws no current whatsoever. Absolute zip. The no milliamps whatsoever. I can't get anything to read anything for this to happen because it's internally supplied. So it has this wee shroud on it there. Must stop you from. It's like a piercing end on it, so you can put it on a bit of wire and pierce it, or you just have the spike there. So I'll just demonstrate that and see what you think. So if I can get this wee DC clamp meter here to 0, that's at 0, and I need to hold the metal bit and touch the negative with my finger, and you get the buzzer, and you probably can't see it, but there's nothing registering. I'll just do it in a voltmeter. Right, so it's connected through there. That's the negative lead and the positive there, and that's me holding on to this wee tester. And I'll get it there. So that's going through the ammeter with that calculated clip through there, out there on the positive, and it only works when I touch the negative terminal. So no current flowing whatsoever. So if you're wanting to test circuits and you don't want current to flow and you want to see if it's positive or not, if there's ECUs connected or whatever, that's why I have that wee boy. So it's using the impedance of your body to make a circuit, and your body is roughly about 400,000 ohms. So so it's a huge resistance there, and there's no current flowing at all, and it lights up using an internal battery. This is an internal battery as well, but as I say, what use is this in the auto? Because we cannot use the AC stuff. We can't use non-contact, but this is the closest that you can come to the non-contact. But it only detects magnetic fields. It'll not detect an opening a wire or anything like that. So in the automotive, what use is this? We've already seen it checking a relay. Would we do anything else with it? Well, anything that has a coil in it, any solenoid, relay, anything that has a wind in it that creates a magnetic field. So there you are, works in that. And here it is here on an alternator. You can see the winds there on that alternator are energized. So if you think that could be a useful addition to your toolbox, I certainly think it is, and might come in handy. A quick test, just take it out, press the button, away you go, and there's it there on eBay. What's that, 12 quid? Not expensive. So yeah, if it shows up something and saves you from even disconnecting something, you've seen it there in an alternator. As I say, anything with a relay or any relay solenoid, any with a coil in it, and away you go. So maybe that helps somebody out. Maybe you get a bit of inspiration from that, and that's just another couple of wee tools that I have kicking about. I've gathered them up over the years and different things that I do. So thanks for watching, all the best, and bye bye.